Now we're alive. Ready, everyone? Aloha! Wow, you guys are good. Just, yes. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Good morning. We're like family here. We are family. We don't want to say hello to everybody online as well. We want to say hello to these one who part the Red Seas.
Hello.
Part the Red Seas.
Whoa!
Yes, happy Sunday.
Just so you know, if you're new here, we get a little rowdy here on Sundays. Yeah. Yeah. So welcome. This is Reverend Rita. I'm Reverend Patrick. And we are the founders and spiritual directors of this wonderful, wonderful place, Institute of Magnificence and the CSL Kauai.
So we have a special announcement today. We're dedicating our service today to a very special person in our center's life and our life. And he just to surround it with a beautiful thing. He passed away in 2022, and he bequeathed a portion of his trust to our center. And so I know. So him and his wife, Joan and Richard Morgan. So I wanted to read you this about him so you could know who he is, because let me just read this. Okay. We came to the Science of Mind teaching in 1998 in Burbank, California. We were new to the philosophy, and it was actually Patrick that brought me to my first Science of Mind center. I don't remember exactly when Richard and Joan turned up at the scene, but there was an immediate connection between us. Although I always think of Reverend Dr. Marlene Morris as my first minister, we think of Richard as our first teacher. He was such a great teacher. We were in self-mastery course with him, and he saw Patrick and I immediately as practitioners. He placed us in practitioner course of studies within our first year of attending that center. We shouldn't have been in that class because we didn't have all the prerequisite coursework. He goes, "You can take that later. You are ready." He encouraged us. I can't do it with his British accent, but I will always think of Richard as the person who set us on our road to being ministers. He understood the difference between the letter of the law versus the spirit of the law. In turn, this is the best part, we introduced Richard to acting. He found a role in all plays that Rita wrote at the Burbank Church of Spirit Works. The role he relished the most was Nona in the Spumoni Chronicles. Yes, he played Nona with a gray wig, black dress, and all. And he had a thick British accent, so we had to keep him silent through the whole night. He was only allowed to give the silent Nona stare and use hand gestures. It was a fundraiser for the church, and the opportunity to dance with Nona added much to the funds. Everyone wanted to dance with Nona, Richard. Richard kept that black dress for a long time, always hinting we should do the play again. We did one more time, and he, as we say in theater, chewed the scenery. In 2012, when we called Richard and Joan, who lived in North Carolina, and told them we were going to open a church on the island of Kauai, they jumped in immediately as our board of trustees and gave us complete support. To this day, Richard was an emeritus member of our board. His wisdom and love carried us through many tight spots in building a church. Richard is pure love. He loved this life and his wife Joan so much. He loved his family, he loved us. He was fun and he loved to eat. As a cook, I loved cooking for people who love food, all food. Richard was one of those persons. We enjoyed eating together, and we'd all roll away from the table after our meals. However, beyond everything, Richard loved the Science of Mind teaching. He embodied the deep meaning of the teaching and lived it. He didn't pass through this life without suffering and loss, but he stayed true to what he knew. God is in everything, and he addressed all his experiences from that place. Richard, we love you. We will miss our dialogue even when we couldn't understand you sometimes with your British accent. However, we always caught the wisdom and the fun that brought solace and reason to stressful moments and truth to times that were puzzling. We do know that you are still here, and we will still seek out your guidance. Fly, our friend. Much love until we meet again. And so, once again, he let us know how important CSL Kauai was and the Science of Mind by giving us that bequeath. So we're just so grateful, and we just want to honor him
And
today.
Joan, we want to just say, our love for Joan. She still is an emeritus on our board, as someone oversees and just gives her wisdom, and we thank her for that. And like I said, last week we were talking about being here, right? And it's like many, many things make us come to this moment, all of you, everything. But he was really the first one that launched us off into where we are today. So
And there he is.
There, doesn't he look like Ernest Holmes?
No, Patrick thinks he looks like Ernest Holmes, but I don't know.
No,
Everybody
but he
else
did.
disagrees. He was also accused of looking like Benny Hill, so maybe that's better.
There we go. And a
Right
couple
there.
of things. Last week was our party. If you missed it, it's still online. We danced. We did everything. Did we not? And so a couple of things. This whole month, we're going to celebrate our birthday. The Pot of Gold fundraiser is back there. So we're donating all month. And then there's a blank, well, it's not blank anymore, but a place for you to write why you're grateful for CSL Kauai on our 11th year.
Yay,
Yes, 11th
right.
year. All right.
So, yay. So with that being said, we're going to read our beautiful vision statement together. And is everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay. Awakening humanity to its magnificence by walking the bridge from duality to unity consciousness. Thank you for being here today, everyone. And we have a beautiful opening song with Jeremy and Amy Brown.
Hello,
Yes.
good morning, everybody. So we're on our anniversary tour, 20th anniversary. So we got to do a romantic song as the opening song. But, just a good vibes Kaua'i song that is an original tune called Under the Starlight. Hey. Under the starlight of a sweet Hawaiian sky, I can hear the gecko sing, watching the moon glow.
Watching the moon
Who did that? I like
glow.
it. Shimmer on the sea, waiting for you to arrive. Oh, my sweet lady.
Together we can be, feeling the sunshine,
Feeling the sunshine.
in the rays of golden light. It's a very natural way. We're an amoeba,
We're an amoeba.
drifting with the tide. That's what we used to say.
Always.
Always.
Together we can always find our way. Yeah, babe.
Yeah, babe.
Let's let the ocean cleanse our pain away.
Together we can be.
I would walk it up. I thought we'd take some time to remember who we are. That's it. Let me just move a little. It's me. So right here and right now in this vibration of love, it's always about love. At the very center, the very core, the very breath that we breathe is breathed by that thing called love. Call it God, call it anything you want. I'm going to let you know right out of the gate, it doesn't need your name. It is everything, seen and unseen. It is right here where we are. I feel that vibrational frequency moving through me, as each and every person in this room, allowing ourselves to just express love, to be kind. Can we be kind? I think so. So I just say welcome to this moment, welcome to this incredible music behind me and in front of you, this incredible talent that is moving through right here and right now, lightening this place with absolute love. Can you feel it?
Oh yeah.
Can you feel it? Yeah. I can feel it. I feel it. Yes. Yes. Say it with me. Yes. Is this a safe planet? Yes. Is this a loving planet? Yes. It's a loving space that we are in right here and right now. Yes. Are we loving beings? Are we committing ourselves to love fully, completely? Then there is nothing more to say except mahalo, mahalo, and so it is.
Under the starlight of a sweet Hawaiian sky, I can hear the gecko sing, watching the moon glow, shimmer on the sea. My love, it has arrived. Oh, my sweet lady.
Together we can be
Under the starlight.
under the starlight.
Under the starlight. Under the starlight.
Under the starlight.
Under the Under the starlight.
Under the starlight.
Under the starlight. Mahalo, everybody. I gotta know, who is the gecko?
What's that?
Who did the gecko?
Oh,
Who did that?
oh, there he is.
Hey,
Tommy.
free CD for you, Tommy. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, I guess I'm up there. I'm just so carried away. I go, never mind.
She was into the music,
I was
people.
into the love. Okay.
That was fun.
Let's go. Okay, so yeah, we have a beautiful new month. Well, it's not new anymore. We're halfway through it, and our theme this month is what?
Service.
Yeah, and we have an affirmation.
And we do indeed. It's very short and very sweet and to the point. As I serve, I am served. As I serve, I am served. One more time just for fun. Yes,
As I
and serve, I am served.
So here you are at Center for Spiritual Living, Kaua'i, the Institute of Magnificence, and where we practice a beautiful philosophy that is ancient, really, called the science of mind and spirit. And I think the most important thing about this teaching is actually, well, there's so many important things, but the idea of seeing God or love or whatever you want to call it in each and every person that we meet, even those that maybe we don't like that much. But God is still there somewhere. In there is always the presence of the divine. And the more that we can see that in everyone, the more we'll brighten this planet with the love, because we're just reflections of each other. And then the other important thing to me is the idea that I'm totally responsible for my life and for whatever happens in it. I'm responsible not necessarily consciously, I'm responsible for how I interpret and how I react and how I respond to what happens. And the more that I can respond from a place of self-reflection and seeing myself in all of that, the more I can turn things around that I want to turn around. And I do that all the time and have for the last however many years I've been in this philosophy. It's 1998, I think. So it works, but I'll talk about that more later.
Great, thank you.
Go ahead.
Yes, I absolutely love this teaching, this principle, and the more and more that we continue to go on, I love it even more. I get to know it more. It's like a relationship that just keeps growing, so that's nice. It's nice. I noticed that there might be some new people in the audience. I mean, we're all new. Did you know that? Every moment we're rejuvenated. Our bodies do some incredible things. But I'll talk about that later too. But I'd like to talk about somebody who's new here. Is there anybody here for the first time? Just a little hand. I'm not gonna, I see it. There we go. Yes, yes. So the reason that we do that is not to point you out. Come on in. There's nothing worse than somebody going, come on in. You know how they're trying to go like this, shh, hi. So we'd like to say hi to our wonderful new people, because I know that this is a philosophy of choice, and you have a choice of where you wake up on Sunday morning and you come to. And so we are very glad that you made the choice to be here with the Ohana today. And so we know something about the new people, and we're just going to say it right out there, let everybody know. You ready? You ready? Yeah? Okay, ready? You are magnificent.
Woo!
And we know that about you. Why? Why, Desiree? Because, see, that's how we know you. Wow. See what happens? You open up the floor, and I'm telling you. So we know this about you because we know it about ourselves. And as Rita was saying, when we start recognizing that in everything, and don't, sometimes we can't rush ourselves. We have to take it day by day. But just to remember that what we see out there is what we're seeing in here. So shall we just put our hands on our hearts for a moment and just declare who we are? I am magnificent. And since we've all decided to be together today, what kind of magnificence are we? We are magnificent. And some of you may not know this and others do, but I'm looking at a camera right now that looks in here, and we live stream this so the people that are not here can be here. So whatever happens here at CSL Kauai does not stay here at CSL Kauai. Let's say hello to the wondrous people out there. You are magnificent. Now look to your left, to your right, up, down, around. Let somebody know they're magnificent. You're magnificent.
You're magnificent.
You are magnificent.
I had a burp over there.
You what?
I had a burp.
There we go. Doesn't it sound like a nightclub? So we have another magnificent thing happening too. Oh, we do. We have Melissa Mojo coming right on up here to bless our beautiful island, bless our land, bless everything. Welcome, Melissa Mojo.
Welcome.
Yes, I got my mojo working today. Okay, I'm gonna have to wear my glasses today. So, there's a lot of chaos and instability going on in the world right now. And I feel myself going deep inside to find solace in the stillness of my being, where I'm full of the energy of oneness, and I can feel the ever-present renewal of infinite peace. I realize that the reason I can so easily drop into this regenerative beingness is because I live in safety on this beautiful island of Kauai. I relish the soft breeze on my skin, working in my beautiful garden and seeing the goats grazing in the field across the street, amid the impossibly green guinea grass with Makaleha and Waialeale in the distance, and the blue sky replete with snow-white clouds overhead. But as I listen to the sounds around me, of the mellifluous songs of the myriad birds, the wind chimes on my lanai, the breeze in the trees, the crash of the waves, I am aware that these sounds ground and center me and make me grateful for my ability to hear, and most importantly, to open myself to listen and receive. To illustrate this feeling, I found this Aboriginal prayer that is used in Australia's Northern Territory, based on a concept in spiritual practice called Dadidi, which means inner deep listening and quiet, still awareness and waiting. And this is the prayer. Dadidi is deep listening, listening to the land, listening to the spirit, speaking through the land, listening to the stillness. Dadidi is awareness of the land as sacred, silent awareness of deep springs within me. I am the story of the land. I feel the harmony that is in the land. My life is sacred. A deep theme unfolding. Dadidi makes me feel whole, renews me, and brings peace. My life is new. When I read this, I feel so grateful to live on this wonderful island. Every day, I deeply appreciate how valuable the restorative quality of peace that resides here truly is. Mother Kauai offers us the gifts of stillness and peace through the spirit of aloha, the essence of living in harmony with the people and the land around us with love, mercy, sympathy, grace, and kindness. Thank you, Mother Kauai, for always being here for us, for providing us with a home of peace, love, abundance, and beauty, where we can listen and be nourished by the silent stillness within. Thank you for supporting us in the present as we step into our future with love. We are so grateful to you. Bless you, and mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. And so it is.
Song about the nourishing rains, the cooling rains. All right, mahalo.
And since you're just before you leave, I just want to take a special moment for their beautiful son today, who's taking a wonderful, wonderful test as a pilot.
Right
Is
about
he
now.
And we just want to take a moment to just wish him well and know him well through his test right here and right now that's going on in California, yeah? Arizona, close. So, yes, we just take a moment in our hearts to say, yes, it is a done deal, my friend. It is a done deal.
So it is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, everybody.
Wow, I love that song. It's like a, doesn't it feel like a lullaby? Yes. You know, it just makes you feel like somebody's cradling you and you're safe and you're sound and loved. Yeah. I also, not on the pages here, but want to take a moment just to reach inside of our hearts and give that special love to anyone who finds that violence is the only way to solve a problem, and thinking that it's the only way of solution. Because what I know about the service that we're giving here is it's about spiritual solutions. And I think they're a little underrated these days because we are very, very much in the world of conditions. And no matter how I feel, I do know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is love that will carry us through. We can deny it longer than we have to, but violence is not the answer. So I would like to give them, whoever them are, that love right here that says love is at the center of who we are, not hate and not violence. Yeah? Yes. So today, yeah, it's nice to breathe that in. We're always rushing off to the next thing, I find, right? Get her done, let's go. But what I'm thinking today is it says, our message is, who's serving who? And boy, is that a good question these days. Who is serving who? Well, I know that when I was just a wee lad in California, when I was a wee lad, I remember going to Catholic school and being that little Catholic altar boy. The altar boy. It was a good experience. All I know is that I remember thinking, who do I serve? They say, on this day, who will you serve? And it was Almighty God. And I just did my little prayers, and in my bedroom I had a little altar with little statues because I was going to be a priest. Well, kind of. I was going to be a priest, and then third grade, something happened. Romance. And then I found out that priests couldn't get married. There's a lot of things that priests couldn't do, so that went out the door. But I still lit my candles with my older brother who had the bed next to me, who was a 60s kind of guy, and I had candles lit, and he was very embarrassed to bring any of his friends home. This is my brother. He has statues, and so I was thinking that's who I served, and I served well an outside God. And I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to find out that God was not out there ever. Now, if He is out there for you, that's okay. We are not here to take away anyone's God. It takes all the work we have to find it within ourselves. So I don't have a lot of time to take away anyone's God. But I do have to remind myself of when I found out that God lived within me and its name was love. It was so comforting because I did everything out there. I mean, if you knew how many saints I prayed to so that they'd get to God. St. Teresa, I was constantly doing this service of please, will you let God know that I'm good? Will you let God know that I'm not a sinner? Will you let God protect my family? Will you let God? And it was always out there. And when I brought that in, it was so liberating. It was so liberating. And that's when I used to teach the kids, because I was a youth minister for a while. And they said, "Where's God? Where's God?" And then I said, we never can find it. We never see Him. Where is He? Where is He, Reverend Patrick? And I would say, ha, come on over here. I don't see Him. Ooh, He's right here. And they would all go, ooh. You mean God lives here? Right in you, and you, and you, and you. Isn't that exciting? Until they went to their school and told them what Reverend Patrick said. They said, God, and the kids would say, God, I pray. No, Patrick told us the truth. That was here, by the way. Told us the truth. God lives inside of you. And that little boy said to him, "You take that back." And I started a whole thing. You see, spirituality isn't non-action. I took some action and got it out there. Now, in California, they loved the idea that their children felt that. Wouldn't that have been nice to know? When we questioned it all, that said, by the way, everything that you ever need, everything you require is right here within you, and you're loved no matter what. And no matter what, you never came here with original sin, but you did come here original. When I found out I was original and I was unique, you can imagine how I felt. I found this wonderful, I don't know if any of you know this, but I wrote a blog for years and still do off and on, called Moments with Patrick. And it's just me getting my stuff out on a daily basis. And so I'm writing a book called The Oracle of Self-Discovery. And I was going through them, and I found something that was written in 2001, not by me, but by our Hopi elders. And they had a lot to say. A little discouraging a bit when I found out it was 2001 that they addressed it, and I can stand here today and still use it. And you'll know what I mean when I go through this. So, the Hopi elders, what if we are the ones we have been waiting for? Let that land for a minute. What if all this time I was waiting for something out there to come here and do what is mine to do? It says, the Hopi elders said, you have been telling the people that it is the 11th hour. Now, spiritual leaders, people, now we must go back and tell the people that this is the hour. The time has arrived. They continue to tell us, there is a river flowing now very fast. Do you feel it? Moving very fast. Now you must go back and tell the people that this is the hour and that this river that is flowing now very fast, it is so great and swift that there are those who will be afraid. Really? Those who will be afraid. They will try to hold on to the shore. Have you ever been there? They will feel that they are being torn apart and they will suffer greatly. Now, I know that this is happening in a few places in our world, that people are still holding on to the shore. And what's interesting about holding on to the shore, what I have discovered recently, is that I can no longer see the shore. So there's nothing for me to hold on to. The Hopi elders have more to say. They say, know that the river has its destination. The elders say we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, keep our eyes open and our heads above the water, and see who is in there with you and celebrate. The reason I bring this up is for a few years now, there's been a little bit of division. I know that you probably haven't felt any of that, but there has been a little bit of division. And my job, my purpose when I walk through these doors on Sunday is not to bring you the news feed. You're doing really good all on your own. What we're doing here is to bring some inspiration, to bring some solutions that are spiritual. The other day, I was in a cranky mood. I know you find that hard to believe. I was in a cranky little mood, and it dawned on me. I said, what happened, Patrick? And I said, oh, I haven't focused one bit on anything spiritual. I'm totally in the mess, totally in the condition. And the moment I shifted that, then that's what happened. I went there, and I said, I am in the river, and here we are with some people. And guess what? When we vibrate at different frequencies, and we're not better or worse at elevations, or I'm in this dimension, what dimension are you in? I'm in the fifth. I say you're in the third. I mean, let's do some more. Let's do some more damn separation. Let's go take it in there too. Well, you think that's something? I'm in the 9th. We're watching this wonderful thing called Galactic Messages. Well, first of all, my head explodes halfway through it, and I'm glad it's only 30 minutes because I just got out of a 30-week program, and this thing on Gaia, it's wonderful. But it's just like she's going, and I am in the 9th. I'm going, Jesus, I'm barely at 5th. I got it. And there's more. And so what happens is we don't have to separate. We just have to vibrate together just differently. And when I'm a little more lit, or, well, not lit. When I channel, man. What happens when I am filled with light is that helps everyone else. We're never going to get past that, are we? We're just not. Everybody's just going, no, let's just stay on you being lit. So here's the light. So everyone is vibrating right now at a different place. And I love being in the 5th, and I do it during my meditation. There's no time, no space. Oh, I'm so free. And then I walk out into my world. 3rd, here I am in that dimension. And wouldn't it be wonderful? I love the 3rd dimension. It tastes good, by the way. The 3rd dimension tastes good. It says, the time of the lone wolf is over, they tell us. The time of the lone wolf. You know which wolf I'm talking about? I got this. I can do this. If I need you, I'll call you. I think we ought to just call one another, just a little bit. Now, it goes on to say, banish the word, I love this one, banish the word struggle from your attitude and your vocabulary. Nothing wrong with struggling. I did it this week. It was fabulous. But we're about choice. We're about choice. And this isn't about taking our feelings. And I asked somebody how they were doing today, and they said, yeah, it's been an interesting moment or two. I said, well, I hope we feel through it. Because if you don't feel through it, it's like the inner child work. It will come knocking on your door. And that child, you may think you have control, but your inner child, oh, it has a voice. And if it can't use its voice, it will find ways to get in touch with you. Trust me, because it is all about love. So the Hopi elders go on and say, all that we do now must be done in sacred manner and in celebration. What's that mean for me? It just means recently, we talk about this love thing, you know? And I was just thinking, they said, we're going to hell in a handbasket. Oh, Jesus. Oops. No, Jesus. No, we're going to hell in a handbasket. What if we were going to heaven in love? This handbasket stuff, it just amazes me. I'm just at this point. I'm so glad I have this incredible woman at home because, you know, we just go through these moments of just, what are we doing? And do you see this? Do you see this? What are we doing? It's all, what are we doing? Yeah, no matter what is going on in our lives right now, and where there are things going on in our lives, we are absolutely safe. We are safe. I haven't always felt that way. Things look out there, and I look at people that have different ways of handling it. But me jumping on with them, are we ever going to be without war? First of all, yeah. But I think it even goes deeper than getting rid of the war. Getting rid of the war inside our own minds is what I'm the most interested in. I have so many enemies that are in my mind messing up my day. And you know what it turns around? You know when they go away? You know when the demons, those beautiful demons that come to say, you know, you think you're doing so good? You know that voice. Kind of cocky, aren't you, Patrick? You know what I say to him? I used to go like this, you know, this is what we want to do. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Come here. Come here, demons. I want to talk to you for a moment. What's going on? You scared? You afraid? You feeling unlovable? Feeling unlovable? Is that why you're being so mean? Is that why you're being so mean? Because you think nobody loves you? You didn't get the fair shakes at life, the breaks? Come here for a minute. Then it gets tough. Don't pull that love crap on me. Okay? I love you. Come here, demon. I love you. I love you, and you cannot hurt me. You cannot hurt me. The boogeyman is made up. It's made up. I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but it's not under your bed. It's not. Then the demons say, well, what am I going to do now? I have no identity. I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to come right here. And we're going to face this world together. And when we fall, we're going to get back up again. And we're going to love ourselves through this entire mess that we have all gotten ourselves into. Everyone. Well, I don't know about you, but I could take I feel like Rip Van Winkle feeling like that. I could take a nap for 20. If I'm not busy fighting it all out there, just think of how much we have to work with now. So, who's serving who? Lord. Who's serving who? We are serving ourselves and we're serving one another. And let's stay in service, shall we? Namaste.
Namaste.
There they are.
All right, one more time for Reverend Patrick, you guys. Just take a moment here, let that beautiful message land. When the Revs told us about the theme for today, who is serving who, it was a perfect chance to share a very special song with you guys. And we are so excited to also plug our good friend Janet's new audiobook. And the song is a song that she wrote the lyrics to and I put to music and produced in the studio here on Kauai with Amy. Go ahead and stand up. The lovely Janet Carafa, please stand up. She has released her book called Silent Fortune, and the audiobook version is now on audible.com. And that book is amazing. It's about a mime and a lion, two unlikely friends, and the story is incredible, good for someone of any age to enjoy and get some amazing wisdom from. And within the book, she wrote 8 different songs with the lyrics of songs, and asked me to put them to music. And that's what I did with the help of Amy and Janet and others, instrumentalists. And Janet is featured as a singer in the book, Amy as well, and myself playing instruments and singing. And the song Who is Who is the perfect segue for the talk today. And we hope you guys enjoy this fun song. If you feel like it, you could get up and do the mirror dance if you'd like to find a partner and mirror their dancing. Why not?
There we
Song
go.
called Who is Who.
Jeremy's also the narrator in the audiobook.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I am you, you are me.
I am you, you are me.
Who is who? Who are we?
Who is who are we?
Foot to foot, knee to knee.
Foot to foot, knee to knee.
Eye to eye, together we see. I am you, you are me.
I am you, you are me.
Who is who are we?
Who is who are we?
Foot to foot, knee to knee.
Foot to foot, knee to knee.
Eye to eye, together we see. Well, I feel this way.
I feel that way.
You feel that way.
I feel this way.
Is anyone right? Is anyone wrong? We all dance to the mirror song. You know the mirror dance? You find a partner and you pick who goes first. One of them moves and you gotta follow them. Here we go. I feel this way.
I feel that way.
You feel that way.
I feel this way.
Is anyone right? Is anyone wrong? We all dance to the mirror song. 1, 2, 1, 2 together, blending into one another, dancing closely, you and me, moving simultaneously. 1, 2, 1, 2 together, blending into one another, dancing closely, you and me, moving simultaneously. Silence Fortune on audible.com.
Congratulations, Janet. Congratulations, Jeremy and Amy, and whoever else was involved. That is a big deal, and you should stand up and receive the love for that. Thank you. Yeah. So, first of all, I want to acknowledge the smell of bacon. We don't ignore. And I also want to acknowledge the beautiful essence of Kiana and Ron, who are back there creating a masterpiece for us, serving us, and loving us by this wonderful thing they're doing. And it was all their creation, and it was all their idea, and it was like they're the type of people, they just take it and go with it. So enjoy the bacon. If you're a vegetarian, I don't know. What? Oh, and there's taro pancakes, that's what I hear, and scrambled eggs. So, yeah, so we're all in good shape. Okay, let's see. You know, when we go to ministerial school, they teach us how to write a talk. And when I was taught, it was like, they don't even do it that way anymore. But what I found since doing talks for like 11 years now, I can't even do them anymore. Like, I can't write them anymore. I just kind of have to like settle into like, what is it I want to say? And I have to stay current because there's a lot that's current all the time. And that's one thing I love about the science of mind and the God that I celebrate within me, is that it's current. It's not back there somewhere. It's right here, right now, with whatever is going on. So this week, was a difficult week in many ways. Patrick spoke about some of it. But what made it difficult for me was when I go to the outside and I try to fix things, or I get involved in stuff that I have no control over, or that I look at others from a separation. And interestingly, when you want something, it comes forth. Like if you really asked earnestly within yourself for guidance, for direction, it comes forth. And interestingly, I am reading a book that the possibility principle right now about quantum science that just came to me like at the perfect time. And I reiterated last week some of the things, the three principles of, well, I'm going to read them because I don't want to make a mistake. Uncertainty, potentiality, and entanglement. Uncertainty, which is everything is in the unknown. Everything is uncertain. If we get to that, we can just like go, wow, anything is possible now. There's potentiality in everything. Whatever is in the world of form, it is not form, it is spirit, it is energy, it is source, and it's constantly changing. So there's always potentiality for something different. And what ends up happening when we're kind of stuck in our ways, whatever it is in our life or anything, we're stuck in the world of form, and we're stuck with the effect. Like anything like hatred, all those things are just effects. They're just effects. Effects are not just things. Well, they're all things. They're things, and things like hatred and anger and all that stuff and separation, they're all effects. So they can all be changed. And I didn't make this stuff up. And when I read it, I mean, the science of mind teaches this, that we're living in the now, and we're constantly regenerating and changing and growing, and we're constantly evolving, and we're constantly spiraling upward. That's what we do. We spiral upward. So knowing that things are uncertain, knowing that it is potentiality, and then the one I want to focus on today is entanglement, or that it's a participatory universe. Because I think right now, that is central to everything that's going on in the world. When we can realize that it's a participatory universe and that we're all entangled, and from that place, we can make changes within ourselves that are going to be affected, just like the song said. What was the name of the song again? Who's who? Well, look at the person next to you. That's you. Just take a look at them right now. And no, it's true. If we could actually look at that, like, okay, we look at each other and we go, okay, that's me. That's a reflection of me. I wouldn't even be however I'm looking at that person is a reflection of me. That's not them. That's me looking at them from my perspective. I am entangled with them. I am in participation. So just think if we can shift how we're looking at someone or something, how it could change. Because we don't always have control of what happens, but we, like I said in the beginning, we have control of how we perceive it. And when we can perceive it from a higher point of view, like what if, just what if everything that's going on, and if you guys are people here that don't watch the news, I'm sorry. But with everything going on in the world right now, if you don't watch the news, you probably feel it. Could you imagine, like, if we just took the opportunity to say, we're in the unknown, we're in uncertainty, there is potentiality present, and that we matter, that what we think and what we do and how we act actually matters, and that we can actually shift the world one person at a time into more love and more creativity. I mean, Janice just finished this audio book. That's creativity. If we spend all our time over here like trying to fix all these stuff we have no control over, where's our creativity? It's gone. And she has an important thing to do, so she did it. And you're right, she did it. And now the world gets to benefit from that. The children get to benefit, whoever the book is for. And that's what we're about. We're about creativity. We're not about getting stuck in something that we can't control. Because we can do much better when we are in our creative self and we're not spending all our mind time trying to change people and figure it out. Now, it doesn't mean we put our heads in the sand and we don't know what's going on and all of that. But we have to walk like practitioners. Practitioners know the truth. behind everything. They see God in everything. They see the light in everything. So they have to, that's the way we have to walk in the world. And this is like an important time also to know who we are. That's the only thing I have to fall back on right now, is remembering who I am in every moment, that I am divine, that I am God's presence on earth, that I matter, that I have volition and I have choice, but to remember who we are, that we are pure love no matter what. That is what we are, and that we are eternal. Ernest Holmes always says we're the eternality of the soul spiraling upward, upward, upward. I just watched that Galactic Messages. She said the same thing. We're constantly spiraling upward. So my message today is to really get real with yourself. No matter what's happening in your life, or whether you're caught up in what's happening in the world, there's something beyond it all that we're being called to do right now. To be, not to do even, to be. Because when we can be that in our small microcosm, in the bigger world, it matters because of entanglement, because of the participatory nature of our very beingness and of the very universe. So Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of the Science of Mind and Spirit and religious science, said, "To desert the truth in the hour of need is to prove that we do not know the truth. And when the things look the worst, that is the moment to demonstrate ourselves that there is no obstruction to truth. When things look the worst is the best time to work." Now, anybody that's ever been through any kind of trial, take my word for it. When things look the worst is the best time to work, the most satisfying time. When things get dark, that is the best time for us to remember who we are and to move our spirit like that, because that is what's being asked of us. All these reflections we're getting back is our consciousness wanting to expand and wanting to get bigger, and for us to bring love into the world, to bring light into the world. So nobody said being a spiritual being would be an easy journey. Nobody said coming to earth. I believe we made a choice to come here, those of us that are here, and I believe we made a choice to come here right when we came. We are the ones, like the Hopi elder said, we are the ones. There isn't anybody else. We're proving that every day right now, that we have to step up. We have to step up in love, and we can only do it like right where we are in our own communities, and then let that spread out into the world, in our own relationships with our families, within our own relationships with each other here, all of that. So I'm going to close. I am so excited. I'm actually excited. I mean, I can get myself like all down and upset and be crying in my bed too. I've done it. I did it a lot this week. But then I go, wait. This is an exciting time. This is a time when I can do my best work. This is the time when I can remember who I am. This is a time when I can move through all of this and be more powerful and give myself and be in service, which is what today is about, right? So I want to read this because I think it's really, really powerful. It was written by Dr. Jim Lockard, and it was given to it's in his blog that's available, and maybe some of you already read it. But it's his affirmation for this time, and I'll be glad to send it to you if you like it, or I'll put it on the e-blast. But it says this, and let's close with this, okay? And you can reject it if you want. Just take it in and take what works for you. Okay. Armed with a deep realization of who I am, I enter the realm of the politics of my society from a place of love, wisdom, compassion, clarity, and determination. I strengthen my spiritual foundation daily through deep spiritual practices. I engage with others from a place of power filled with love. I do not hide. I do not cringe. I do not run away. I bring a clear presence of my divine nature to all that I do. I have and use my spiritual muscle to be a presence for good. From this place, I engage in the political system according to my calling, according to my talents, and the needs present. I find what is mine to do. I vote. I encourage others to do so. I volunteer to work at the polls. I march where is it appropriate. I am no shrinking violet, but a force to be reckoned with. I am co-creating a world that works for everyone.
Beautiful.
Namaste.
We're out on the highway.
Out on the highway.
Oh, it's just you and I love the way you live your life. We're feeling the wind blow.
Feeling the wind blow.
Sense of Hanale. Well, I'm so glad you are my wife. Right here.
Right here.
Oh, it doesn't matter where we are. Right here on CSL Kauai. Right now.
Right now.
All of our troubles disappear. Together we can be. We're under the starlight
Under the starlight.
of a sweet Hawaiian sky. Well, I can hear the geckos sing. We're watching the moon glow.
Watching the moon glow.
Just shimmer on the sea. We're waiting for you to arrive. Your skin is like honey when well, I don't have much money, but I just want you to believe in me. Together we can be. We're under the starlight.
Under the starlight. Under the starlight.
You guys are so beautiful. Love you guys. Thank you so much for the beautiful inspiration today. Under the starlight.
Under the starlight.
Under the starlight. Under the starlight.
Under the starlight.
Under the starlight.
Thank you.
All right. We're getting close to
So,
pancakes.
yeah.
But not yet.
Yeah, not yet. We still got some things to
So-
do. So as the Malama team comes forward,
This is
whoever
our
they are
time for
today,
affirmative giving.
Yeah, this
Why
is
do
our
we
time.
give? Because we can.
I choose to give freely.
That's what I was taught. You can give, man, because you can, because we're in an unlimited.
Yes, and it's a reciprocal
I
universe.
was proud of the way she kept saying that, participatory.
I know.
That was a lesson.
I practiced it. No, I didn't. Okay, so here's our little affirmation. It's very short. As you take your beautiful gift out and replenish the supply of Center for Spiritual Living Kauai and all of the world in the work that it does, it's just I choose to give, and I graciously receive. I choose to give, and I graciously receive. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone online that gives through Venmo and PayPal and all them good places. Get through the mail, even those things. Remember what they used to be called? Checks,
Have a gratitude song?
paper.
Go for it.
Brand new gratitude song. Jeremy just wrote it.
Have you heard the news about gratitude? Not just a word, but an attitude. May you find it when you need it most. And may your heart be a gracious host for gratitude. Oh, sweet gratitude. Have you heard the news about gratitude? Not just a word, but an attitude. May you find it when you need it most. And may your heart be a gracious host for gratitude. For gratitude. 'Cause we're singing for the sunshine, singing for the rain. We're singing for the rainbows, we're singing through the pain. We're singing for the moonrise, we're singing for the trees. We're singing for those birds, yeah, and we're singing for the bees. Oh, for the mountains, and we're singing for the sand, singing for the oceans, and we're singing for the land. Have you heard the news about gratitude? Not just a word, but an attitude. May you find it when you need it most, and may your heart be a gracious host.
Just like you.
All
Give it
right.
up for Jeremy.
Jeremy and Amy.
Wow, I love creativity. Thank you. So let's just take a moment to bless the beautiful gifts that are given today and ones online and given throughout the month, just knowing that CSL Kauai goes forth to heal and prosper the world and itself, and that there is this reciprocal nature that comes back to the giver. I am so grateful, and I let it be so. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, Marianne.
And Marion, before you leave, we have just something, you're part of this announcement, which is funny. We have a little author's corner over there because we have a lot of people here that, as we just found out too, a new book out. But I just wanted to acknowledge some of the books that are written by the people that are in our congregation. And I know you've heard so much about my book, The Memoir of the Little Man. You're like, oh, really? As soon as everybody buys one, I will stop talking about it. But so, just to let you know, but the reason I have her up here is because she's on one of the lists, and this is Marion Head, The Revolutionary Agreements, which if
I'm
we
sure
ever
we can
needed
use
that,
right
it's
now.
out there on
I'm sure we can use right
in the
now.
bookstore, and we can certainly use evolutionary agreements. But I just wanted them to put a face with that beautiful book that you have written. It's helped so many people. Mahalo. And then Loya's back there with her book, She, and then
Where is she?
where
Laura?
is she? I don't.
Laura. Oh, all right.
So let her know that we promoted that too. And then we have Rita, What Do I Need to Know, right? And her upcoming class, which is Beyond the 5 Steps, she's using her book, This Thing Called Treatment. And a lot of you
Have it, I think.
but if you don't, it's back there, $7.99. And then, guess what I saw? This is Gabriella. Gabriella, give it up for Gabriella. It's a hidden book. It's called Geckos and Other Guests. And I just saw the two back there, and I said, oh, I got to let people know. It's all about those days in Kauai that none of us know about. Yeah, all the secrets. Yeah, she brings them out. There she is, another author right here. And then, and that's Author's Corner.
All right.
So give it up for all the wonderful authors in the house.
Do we have any children? It
No.
doesn't look like it. Okay, well, we'll bless them
So
anyway. Let's do it.
we'll bless them, but before we even bless them, I just want to let you know about the kids, because it was something else I wrote. In order for us to have a successful, not just center, but future, it is the young people that are going forward. And so the more we can pass the word that these wonderful beings, we're here to just ignite their creativity, ignite. And I would have loved to have gone to because we don't go back there obviously and go Science of Mind. Here's Ernest Holmes. We go hey, you were magnificent, and we're going to act like that, and this is how we do it, and just creative. So pass the word,
All
right?
And before we do our announcements, we want to acknowledge Angela Phillips, whose birthday it is today.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angela. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Oh. And isn't this a wonderful opportunity to tell them how much you need volunteers?
Yes, it is. It's a wonderful day to talk about how much I need volunteers, especially on a day like today when we have big doings in the kitchen. We are always at need for hospitality help, malama help, and if you're so inclined, please come and see me. Thank you.
Great. And while we have her, a couple of shout outs to Glenn back there, who doesn't like to be acknowledged, but too bad, I'm about to do it. So he was back there painting in the children's area for a couple days. He called it Zen painting, so that's wonderful. And let me tell you, men, you're going to appreciate this one. If it wasn't for this man, Bob, sitting right there, you couldn't get into the bathroom today. So all I got to tell you is he went and fixed that doorknob and taught me what a hinge was. Wow. What else is going on here?
All right, so just a few announcements then. Okay, the youth choir we're holding space for it. I don't know whether she had anyone last week, but she does. Barbara Davis does have a choir practice every Monday at 6:30, and she the 16th, which is open Tuesday through.
Yes,
and they
and
mentioned
the-
us.
and took-
Thank you. So
And then this Friday, you guys are you're like, oh,
it's called The Source. It's meditation changes the physiology.
what are they going to do? Come
And
what?
then
Quantum.
Tuesday, the 20th, our Chamber of Prayer experience with all our practitioners.
What's great about that, Rita reminded me about the inner child. Not only do some work with it, but to get to know the.
Up on Saturday, the 27th, and we also now have a food bank container back there. We are doing that all year long, not just a. Yay!
85 pounds of food.
Yeah. So yeah.
And especially the beach cleanup too. Really come out and support it.
I want to teach and just works, and also I'm gonna do the 15th, 22nd, and 29th of August.
And it's being filmed.
And it's being filmed, and yeah, so that's going to be great. And it's called Beyond the Steps.
Right.
And I think that's all we have.
And that's great. Oh, saying who came to the 9D? I see. Yeah. So I spoke to Eric again, Dr. Eric, and he said to come back. It's a very packed September, October, November, December. So we are going to bring him back in September. And if you don't know what that is, that's another 9-dimensional.
And so he does a different one. So if you experience the one he did last time,
he brings a different one. Same format.
It's the same format, but it's a different type of meditation. So
do you think we should bring him back? I don't want everybody's like, yeah. And if you didn't get a chance to see him, it'll be a really wonderful opportunity.
Not yet.
Yeah.
We have to clear it with him first, but I think he wants to come back.
Yeah,
so
he wants. He's picking in between.
2 days
End
in
of September.
Yeah.
And I think that's it,
That's
Dr.
it. So let's bring the practitioners up.
Yep. And if something's come up for you that you'd like a little something, just go over to.
Coming up and letting them do a treatment for you. If something is going on in your life that you just want a little bit more of good coming into your life in whatever area. It could be in health, it could be in wealth, it could be in your. And let's give our news to Melissa Mojo. Thank you. To Jeremy and Amy Brown. Thank you. To Luis Padilla and Charles. Special.
Yes.
So let's
give
just
me
take
the
a
look.
moment, take a deep breath. Let's just settle in for a moment and allow ourselves to just give gratitude for the very presence and power of spirit, of life through us, for this time that we've had together today, for all the blessings that come into our lives, that have come into our lives, that will come into our lives, all of it. Just give a deep breath as I just.
From doing boast, waking up too early. Maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend night. We could pretend it all the time. Can't you see that it's just raining? Oh, my little lady. Pretend it all the time. Can't you see that it's just raining?
Congratulations.
Ain't no need to go outside. Be afraid and don't be waking up to. Maybe we can sleep. We'll make you banana pancakes. Pretend like it's the weekend night. Or we could pretend it all.
And Kiana for this best. Banana pancakes, here we come. Your taro pancakes.